Well, g'day everybody, Steve from Extraordinaire 4-Wheel Touring, yet again in lockdown. So I'm in the backyard. Please don't bag me about the fact that the grass isn't mowed, okay? First day off in ages, first sunny day, and I'd rather film than mow the lawn. So please don't give me too much of a hard time about this mess that we like to call the jungle. Anyway, today's video is about accommodation when you're camping, specifically swags. As some of you have noticed before, Kaz and I have had some issues with the tents recently, and we've been swagging for a while. We're going to continue to swag and tent and do that kind of camping for a little while now until we eventually get our caravan. We are hoping to borrow some more camper trailers from different companies when we can. I've had a few offers, which is cool. If you've seen my recent Cameron Corner series, you'll have seen we had a concrete camper for that. I've got some more in the wind, so hopefully we'll be able to get some of those and do some reviews. But in the meantime, swags is basically where it's at, unless I could sort out our tent. That might be something for a whole separate video. Anyway, I've bought a new swag. This is why we're here. I've bought a new swag. It's the Wanderer from BCF. It's the Contour. I had to read it, guys. Sorry, I looked away. It's the Wanderer Contour. It's a single swag. And the reason I have a single swag is because Kaz gets sick of me and sends me away some weekends. She'd rather just be alone. I guess I understand that. So I go away by myself occasionally and I want to do a few more solo trips. Hence the single swag, because our Big King's double is a great swag. It's been a fantastic swag. It may be cheapy, but it's been great. We've had this one for a few years now, and it's perfect, except for where I ripped it. Me, not the product. So maybe King's, and I know some of you get there and go, oh, bloody King stuff, but the swag has been fantastic for the last 3 years, and it's only damaged because I did it. So we won't bag it too much. The problem with the big double swag is when I'm by myself, it's a bugger of a thing to roll up. It's just a bit bulky, to manhandle on your own, and a bit of a nuisance to roll up on your own. So I've got the single. Today we're going to season it. And the reason I got the single, apart from the obvious size and weight, is I'm also going to try the stretcher. The stretcher you can see over there, I've had that for ages, that stretcher. I've used it once in about 5 years. So I'm going to hopefully set the swag up on the stretcher. So I'll give you a look at how that looks. Now I won't be unrolling the King swag today because you've seen the King swag in use on my other clips. And if not, I'll throw some footage of it in around here somewhere for you to have a look at. So I'm not going to worry about unrolling it. But I will be opening this one, because I do need to season it, and I'll pull the stretcher out too and give you a look at that. So we'll get into that and I'll take you with me. Rugged north to the beautiful south to the centre, east, west, doesn't matter where. For 4-wheel drive tips and tricks and travel and information, you have come to the right place. Come for a ride with us at Mud Ducks 4-wheel drive touring. Alright, I'm going to start by just opening the stretcher, which I haven't opened for several years now. So I don't even remember how it all works, how it unfolds or anything. But if I'm going to be using it, I guess I'm going to figure it out soon enough. That doesn't look like it's enjoyed being packed away too much. Might need a bit of a clean, I think. Anyway, so much to it. One stretcher. Just kick all the legs out as far as they go. And then I should be able to place my fat ass on it and go to sleep. Now that the stretcher's out, here's the swag. As I said, it's a Wanderer Contour Dome Single. It's a BCF brand one, and normally it costs 400-ish, so it's up there at similar kind of price to crash pads and so on. I got this one on special, so I couldn't really say no. Anyhow, this is the first time I've taken it out of its bag, so you're seeing it as I see it. So the bag opens up pretty straightforward fashion. Doesn't look anything too hard about that. It's got, looks like there's straps with motorcycle style buckles, which I am really bad with, guys. These ones are big, so maybe big ones will handle my big fat fingers a bit better than some of the skinny ones. Karen's great with these, but if I'm solo camping, I can't get Karen to undo it, can I? So, now I'm undoing this on the stretcher purely and simply because this is roughly the kind of thing I'll be doing when I'm camping. Now I don't know which way is which, so I'm just going to put it out and see how it goes. So at the moment, as it's new, it's just all everywhere. Now I'm not going to put the mattress in it just yet, guys, because I'm going to season it. So for the time being, the mattress can stay out. It's got its bag of pegs and ropes and things. So we're going to figure it all out as we go. It should be fairly similar to the King's Big Daddy swag. And it's got the centre pole that somehow will hook up there. It's got a little bar thing there. We'll figure that out as we go. All right, got that. Does that bit. And we've got your bows. I think the bows are the same. I don't know. So we're figuring this out together, guys. I'm pretty sure the two bows are the same. So just to make sure, before I make a dick of myself, I'll make sure they are the same. Rubbish blowing around the yard is in my yard. I'll pick it all up. Now those two bows look identical, so let's hope they are. So what do we do here? Because has it got a stitch top, or is it? Yep, there's your centre bit. So we push the bow through here to roughly the middle. It's got these groovy rings that all swags seem to have. And yes, they're a bit difficult when it's new. Either that or I'm a bit rusty. One or the other. It's got your obligatory hooks. Which I'm sure will get easier the more you do it. Right, now it's going to be the same on the other end. I'll finish setting it up and I'll show it to you when it's done. Alright, I've put the swag on the stretcher, as I said. I haven't pegged any of it down yet, and the reason for that is when I season it, I won't be on the stretcher, I'll be on the ground. So, first look, if you come over here, it's got this big storm flap to go over the edge there, so that's one layer of water protection around your zip. Then you've got that layer there over your zip. Then you've got the outer edge. Now, it's much the same as me King's Big Daddy one, in the way it just opens up and you've got this big massive fly mesh. Now this would obviously puff out more with the mattress in it, but I'm not putting the mattress in because why would I when I'm about to spray the crap out of it with water. There's a double zips, big fly mesh, it'll be the same on both sides. And if you have a look in here, it's the nice PVC base where your mattress will sit on it. It's got double zipped vents and their fly mesh behind that, which you can open easily from both sides, inside and outside, by the look of it. Not going to open too much like this because I'm going to have to zip it all back up again to season it, but that's how it looks so far. So far it's a nice solid good ripstop canvas by the look of it. So I'm going to zip it up, put it on the ground, peg it out properly and spray the crap out of it. We'll see you then. Now what I didn't notice about this swag when I got it was these D-rings here. Now what you can do is it comes with enough extra pegs so you can actually peg this out. I'm not going to do that now because it's zipped up, but you can peg that away from your swag and have it as a shelter and still have your fly net zipped up. So it's like a mini tent. It'd come out like that. I guess if you added some little poles, you could do that. Comes with enough pegs. These seem like pretty good stay-no pegs, guys. And I've got a nice soft backyard here, so I didn't even have to hammer them in, but they look reasonable quality. And the ropes are pretty good, and they're long for a swag rope, so they're very good for that. So the next process we're going to get to is the actual seasonings. I'm just going to move some stuff out the way I don't want to get wet. Then we're going to hit it. Now the trick with seasoning a swag, and you've probably seen this on a million other YouTube clips, is to basically wet the crap out of it. You've got to make sure you get all the seams and all the stitching, because all the pinholes where the sewing machines are stitched into is where the water will leak in. And the idea is you wet the hell out of it with my very high-tech end here. And you just drench the crap out of everywhere there's a seam. Drench everything else too. And as you can see, it's water's running off it pretty well because it's pretty well waterproofed anyway. But you've got to get those seams wet because they're the parts that need to shrink in order for your swag to not leak. Now, on a nice typical sunny day, you'll do this 2 or 3 times. So hopefully it'll dry nice and quick today and we'll be able to give it another hit. And that's pretty all there is to it. There's not a lot to seasoning a swag. Some people suggest you open the rain flaps up and hose straight into where your zippers are. I might open the outside flap up, the big one, but I'm not opening the inside one up. I don't see the point, personally, of subjecting the zippers any more water than they need, because if you're in a rainstorm, you're going to keep those flaps over it anyway. So as long as they're well truly seasoned. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know in the comments, but I've had reasonable success over the years just seasoning them like this and haven't had any real problem. With that said, let's not talk about my tent, hey? I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I'm just gonna let this dry now, and we will show you how it goes a little bit later on in the day. Oh, and the reason I've got my bag out here too, guys, it has the crap out of the bag too. Because if it's outside on your roof or something, protecting your swag, then it may as well shrink up as well. Now I will probably carry this inside the car, but you just never know, do you? All right, I'm going to turn this high-tech hose off and we'll see you shortly. All right, she's had time to dry, and I've just put it on the stretcher in the backyard. Now my yard's not perfectly level, so I just had to move it to follow the sun. But anyway, this gives you a rough idea of how it would be when it's set up. So it's just sitting on the stretcher. I actually don't know what you do with the rings that you normally peg to the ground, because they're just sort of dangling there at the edge of the stretcher. But anyway, that's how I've got it set up for now. Now I'm going to put the mattress back in it. Well, not back in it for the first time, and we'll go from there. All right, so time to take the mattress out of the bag. It's in this bloody whiz-bang plastic that I'm trying to be careful to not cut the mattress, of course. So I reckon if I stand on that, it gets it out of there. And I wouldn't mind betting that once the mattress is out of this plastic, there wouldn't be a lot of chance of getting it back in there either. But it's got these ties that I wasn't expecting. So I don't know if they're attached to it or no, they just came with it. And there's your mattress. So that's all pretty cool. There's my kitchen knife, so I better put it away or the wife will blow up. Don't be leaving the good knives around the yard, Steve. So we'll unzip all this. Hopefully it's not wet inside, because you guys are seeing it for the first time inside as well. Seems like it should be all nice and dry in there. Yeah, it feels dry. So I'm going to chuck this mattress in. Not even 100% sure how to get it in there, but anyway, we'll give it a wedgie. Should be right. In you go. I went against the way it was rolled to help flatten it out. So we just pat them down into the corners. Don't know what Kaz found there. Anyway, that's the mattress in place. It's 70mm. I think I remember reading in the specs at 70mm. I particularly wanted a swag with a nice thick mattress. So I'm going to get in there now and see how this feels. Now theoretically, should be no problem sitting on the edges like that. It's brand new. Off come the boots, guys. I'll put my socks on the grass rather than put my boots in the swag. Well, here I am in my coffin, and it's pretty bloody comfy. Actually feels really nice on the stretcher. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be all right. As the camera comes towards me, look at that. It's amazing what can happen. You just never know what's going to happen here. Here we are in the swag, guys. We're zipping one-handed, which is probably really stupid. Maybe I had two hands, but anyway. That gives you an idea. Oh, look how that happens. Isn't that spooky? Self-zipping swag, guys. Maybe Kaz had something to do with it. Anyway, there's your view out. Now I've got the other side still zipped up, obviously, but it's going to be pretty comfy. I'm pretty happy with how that's coming up. So just moving around a bit. There's certainly nothing wet in here. And here's your look at it inside window. Once you got them unzipped, well done, that let the breeze in. That makes a world of difference. There's your view out through the back. So that's not too bad. All right, I'll extract myself from here at some stage and I'll finish off shortly. Now, not that Kaz goes away swagging on her own, but she's got to have a go at it. So, come on, Kaz, you can do it. By yourself. There you go, look at that. So she's in. Don't even know if you can see her in there. Oh, you've got to zoom that far in. There she is. How's that feel?
Really comfy.
Yeah? All right?
Yeah, it's a decent sized mattress, and I do like the fact that it's off the ground.
Cool. Hope you heard all that, guys. All right, that's going to be me. So, I'm going to pack all that up. Now, I don't think you guys really need to watch me rolling it up off the stretcher. It's a swag. I just roll it up. So, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, put a like on it. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Click the notification bell, then you'll know when a new clip comes up. And to the old hands, as always, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my clips. And we will see you all on the next one. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. She's still in there.
Hi.
I might not get her out now. Who knows? Okay, well, here's an interesting event. These bags are typical Chinese quality bag. It just tore. The minute I put the swag together with the mattress still in it and tried to zip the bag up, it just literally pulled apart. So, not a good bag for a swag that costs 400 bucks. Now, admittedly, I've probably not rolled it up as well as I could. That's it with the mattress in it. It has no bedding in there, and it was a bit of a mission to do these straps up. Now I know it's new, but it was harder than it should have been in my opinion. Now if I choose to put this in a bag, I'm going to have to go to Drifter or somewhere and get a canvas bag made for it to put it in. And I'll probably go for a bigger one so I can have the bedding rolled up in it. But anyhow, with that said, that's the way it goes. So maybe it's not the best swag for the value, but realistically I paid about half its normal retail price, so for that I guess I could live with it. Anyway, I could carry it without the bag, no big deal, but as you would have seen, rolling it was not as easy as I thought it would be, particularly on the stretcher, but that's possibly a bit out of practice, so that we won't blame the swag entirely. Anyway, that's all I can tell you about that, guys. So it's going to go in the car without a bag for the time being. There's no bedding in it for the time being. We'll see how that changes as time goes on. I'll let you know about it in 6 or 12 months' time, something like that. So I'm just going to open up the stretcher. I haven't opened this stretcher up for a while, so I don't even know what kind of condition it's in. And I can't even remember how to actually do it all, so getting it out of the bag will be its own challenge. There's probably a trick to it that I'm not aware of. It's been that long since I've done anything with this. It's a bloody pest, I know that. Anyway, there's a trick to it, guys. I know the trick. Unzip the bag further. God, you're an idiot, Stephen. Alright. Why did I say alright?
Welcome back here.
Welcome back. Yes, marvellous stuff. Really super to have you here.